Welcome to another episode of Family Business Q&A. Just recently I was with a client and a topic that came up and a question that came up was, should the entire organization be hustling more in the market, especially when it's a tough economy? Now, for those of you watching in the States or the UK, you've been on a pretty good ride. The last 8, 9, 10 years, people have had significant growth. But if you look at certain markets in Africa or Middle East, even South Asia, some of them have not had that type of growth. So eventually revenues come down, profitability is being squeezed, GP is being squeezed, and the question is, do you rely only on a handful of salespeople who are going to bring in the dollar, bring in the money to make sure that they feed everybody else in the business? So I talk about hustling, I talk about grit, determination, stamina, being tenacious, being resilient. These are key words that are really important for the culture that you're trying to create to win more business in the marketplace. You have to go the extra mile. Someone who hustles is not just sitting there, they're thinking, what else can I do? Where else can I go? What ideas can I generate? What angle could I use to get in front of the right person? I remember years ago getting a message via LinkedIn for a new hotel that had opened up in a certain country that I was visiting on a regular basis in Africa. I saw the images and I looked at the screen, saw the message. I thought, I wouldn't mind trying out that hotel in the future. And eventually I did. And when I got there, I was curious to know, how did they get my details? How did they find out who sent me that message? Because there was no name. It was almost like just a blanket email sent out to as many decision makers as possible. And I discovered from the owner of the hotel that the front office lady who was sitting there, non-peak times when there wasn't a lot of people to check in, was given the responsibilities to be on the laptop, go on LinkedIn, do Google searches, go into whatever website she could to gather information, grab hold of decision maker names, email addresses, and get out at least 40, 50 emails a day, if not more, introducing the hotel. Now, she got me there. I've mentioned the story to many people since. And it just shows you that a sales-centric organization that's hustling, that has grit, determination, goes the extra mile, does it with every single person in the organization. Bringing in more revenue, bringing in more sales is not dependent on just a few people that are involved in field sales or telemarketing, or whatever type of sales organization that you have. Every single person needs to be involved if the market is tough. If you're owner of a family business and you're listening to me right now, when was the last time you went out and met all of your customers? All your top customers, when was the last time you met them and asked them key questions? What do you like about us? What don't you like about us? What irritates you with what we do? What could we do better? What's one thing you would like us to do in order to double the business with our organization? These key questions could be really helpful in building a new strategy to add more value to those customers. In some cases, we're looking for new accounts, new business, but we're relying on the same people who are just managing existing relationships in an organization. Those are not going to be the people who can grab the new business and break doors down. Sometimes you need a new team. You may need to look at other resources in the organization who can do it better. So I wanted to leave you with these few points. Hustle, have some grit, be determined, have a lot of resilience in your organization, and make sure every single person in your company, every touch point, from the receptionist, from front office to back office, someone in the accounts department, the managing director, every single person in the organization has some responsibility, directly or indirectly, to build relationships, but more importantly is generating new prospects, new leads, new connections for the organization. And I can assure you, if you do this, your business will be prosperous for 2020 and you'll be flying. So thanks for listening, and see you on one of the other episodes. And don't forget to watch some of the other shows on the channel here. Family Business Q&A. What is a family constitution? What is a family charter is worth watching? How to overcome emotional blockages is another great video that people have given great comments on. And also have a look at some of the other show series on family business legacies and next-gen entrepreneurs. Leave your comments, subscribe. See you next time. Thanks for watching.